I know it's about made-up stories, but is that all? Fiction is more than just made up of stories. It's a creative expression that takes us beyond reality. It can be anything from fantasy, sci-fi, mystery, or even psychological thrillers.
Exactly. Fiction is a way to explore ideas, emotion, and possibility that might not exist in real life. It can be a window into someone's imagination or reflection of deeper truths.
But isn't fiction just lie? I mean, none of it really happened.
Not quite. Fiction might not be factual, but it can still be true in a different sense. It speaks to human experiences, emotions, fears. Just because something isn't real doesn't mean it's meaningless.
That interesting. Can you give me an example?
Sure, here's a short story that demonstrates the power of fiction. Listen carefully.
The last train home. The station was nearly empty when Eleanor arrived, her suitcase rattling over the cracked decks. The clock on the wall read 11:57 p.m., just in time for the last train home. She brought her ticket from an old machine, its screen frickling deeply. The platform stretched before her, silent except for the distant hoot of an owl, but with a whisper gliding in as it had been always named there. Eleanor stepped inside. The carriage was old-fashioned, with velvet seats and brass lamps casting a warm glow. Only one passenger sat inside, a man in a dark coat. His hat bowed low. She took a seat across from him. "Strange, isn't it?" she murmured. Then the man slowly lifted his head. His face was pale, his eyes hollow. It only comes for those who need it. Eleanor's heart skips. Need it? The train whistled. Outside, the world blurred into shadow and mist. The man tilted his head. "Where do you think you're going?" She hesitated. "Hope." He smiled, a sad, knowing smile. So did I. And as the train carried her forward, Eleanor realized she couldn't remember where home was, or why she was been running in the first place. The last train only came for those who had nowhere else to go, and it never stopped again. Whoa, that's gave me chills.
That's the beauty of fiction. It plays with emotions and keeps you thinking.
But what does it mean? Is a train some kind of metaphor?
That's up to interpretation. It could represent loss, regret, or even the passage to the afterlife. That's what makes fiction so powerful. It allows different people to see different things.
Exactly. Fiction isn't just about making things up. It's about making people feel something, and that's what good stories.
I think I get it now. Fiction might not be real, but its impact definitely is. And that's why we keep coming back to it. Deep down, every story carries a little bit of truth.
Maybe fiction isn't just lying. Maybe it's about imagining what could be, or what we fear might be true.
Exactly. Fiction lets us explore possibilities, emotions, and ideas that reality doesn't always allow, and that's why it's so important. It's kind of amazing how something made up can feel so real.
That's the magic of storytelling. Fiction might not be real life, but it sure makes life more interesting.
And it connects us, whether it's books, movies, or even a simple short story like this one fiction. Reminds us we're not alone in our thoughts and fears.
Alright, I admit, fiction has more meaning than I gave it credit for.
Told you, and that 5 minutes were spent.
But wait, there's something else. Fiction isn't just about meanings and emotions. It's also shaped history. Think about how many movements started with a book or a story that made people see the world differently. That's true. Stories have the power to inspire revolutions, mind, and even predict the future. Look at the science fiction. Some of the technology we have today was first imagined in books.
Fiction isn't just entertainment, it's a blueprint for how people understand the world.
So in a way, fiction is a boat at its state in the garden.
Exactly. It let us step aside really for a moment but also help us navigate it better when we return.
I never thought about it like that before. So fiction isn't just made up stuff, it's just a tool, a way of thinking.
That's why storytelling will always be important.
This was